What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic. I don't even feel like it. Man, y'all already know what it is. Y'all know what y'all came in for. Y'all already know what's going on. Y'all already know what it is. Deshaun Watson officially traded. He's officially traded. He finally picked the team. He's officially traded. At all the smoke, at all the screens, he ended up choosing Cleveland. Cleveland, Ohio. That's what Deshaun went to. Me being agitated is an understatement right now. Me being angry is an understatement right now because, man, the Texans gonna Texan. Just point blank, period. Like, you fumbled all the bags. All the bags you can have, you absolutely fumbled it. Like, Deshaun Watson gets traded, goes to Cleveland, gets a record-breaking deal of, $230 million, fully guaranteed, if I'm not mistaken, 5 years. I mean, just got that dub. And let's see what we get back when we get back in the trade. The Texans get back. Man, hold on to your socks for this one, folks. He gets 3 number ones. This year's number one, next year's number one, 2024 is number one, and then gets a 3rd round pick in 2023, and then you give a 5th in 2024 for their 4th round pick in 2024. That's what happened. That was the trade. Man, listen here, man. In my personal opinion, this is worse than the Hopkins trade. The only thing that's worse about the Hopkins trade, there was a surprise. We didn't know that was coming down the pipeline. But you're talking about a franchise quarterback. A franchise quarterback. And this is what you give me? This is what I get back? But y'all want to have faith in Nick Casario, huh? Nick Casario we trust, huh? Nick Casario the only scenario, huh? Man, that man's trash. He was exactly what I thought he was. Hot butter garbage. That's who he is. He don't deserve to be no general manager. You have a franchise quarterback, a generational talent, and you trade him for that? That's what you give up in the mix? This is what you bring me back. Man, listen here, man. I know people out there, we know he had the 22 lawsuits and they don't know if he's going to get suspended and all this. Man, y'all can save all that bull. Straight up, square business. Y'all can save all that, like square business. When you got multiple teams, 5 teams out there vying for this guy. You got Carolina over here. You got the Saints over here. You got his hometown team, the Falcons, right here. That right there eliminates that. Though, he can get suspended. That's dead. He ain't right. That's dead. That's completely. When you got all these different teams around you, not to mention you give this man $230 million. And you try to tell me that they wouldn't give nothing up? You could give me back a player. You can bring back a player in this draft. I mean, in this trade. You can get back a player? Like, seriously. Man, Nick is exactly what I thought he was, man. Like, I knew this man was I knew your dumb ass was dumb. I knew your dumb ass was dumb. I knew it. I knew it. I actually I see why Deshaun would want to get traded. I see why. Because of this right here. You know what? You brought David Culley in last year. All right, cool. We already know what it was. He was a figurehead because the whole Deshaun Watson. We know exactly what it was. But the transactions that you made, I ain't tried to give you a pass. You know what? Hey, he's just getting placeholders because next year the salary cap is going to be a little bit bigger. Some of these bad contracts you can move on from, like David Johnson and Eric Murray and things like that. These one-year contracts are just placeholders. Yeah, I bought into that. I was big enough for that. I wasn't really high on Nick Casario, but I thought, at the very least, he was qualified. Unlike Bill O'Brien, who wasn't qualified for the job, at the very least, Nick Casario was qualified for the job. At the very least, he was qualified for it. Well, so I thought. That's what I thought he was. But then you do this. And, when the whole Josh McCown thing was coming down the pipeline, I'm like, man, I don't even care what happens with the Deshaun Watson trade. Right? If he that shows me exactly what he is. If he actually brought in Josh McCown. Now, for every reason, they pivot and get Lovie Smith. If they actually really had change of heart, or the NFL forced them, whatever. But once you bring in Lovie Smith, somebody who's a legitimate coach, candidates, you actually hire somebody legitimately to be your head coach, unlike David Culley, unlike Josh McCown. All right, cool. I started to think a little bit. Then, the cases get dropped, and then you got all these other teams. I'm sitting there thinking, oh, man, you're going to get A.J. Terrell. We can get C.J. Horn. We can get Pitts. We can get, Lattimore, we can get all these other players, all these firsts, all these seconds. Even if it is Cleveland, oh man, we can get Bradley Chubb, we can get Kareem Hunt, we could get from Ohio State, the corner. I can't even think of. I'm having a moment. I can't even think of his name right now. Denzel Ward. We get some of these players. That's what I'm thinking back. Then when the trade actually goes down, you see, he goes to Cleveland. Okay, we get Denzel Ward, or at the very least, we getting Kareem Hunt. At the very least, I would love to have Bradley Chubb. At the very least, we get Kareem Hunt. They got two backs. They're definitely gonna give us Kareem Hunt back. You don't get no players back, and you don't get no second round picks. And then the third and the fourth you get are 2 and 3 drafts away. You only got one pick in this draft. But he a general manager, right? Man, listen here, man. Like this is trash. This is absolute trash. Absolute hot butter garbage. I'm very disappointed. You know what? Like I said, because I'm not actually not disappointed, because I'm not surprised, because Nick Casario is exactly what I thought he was. Like I said, I knew his dumb ass was dumb. I don't even care what happens in the draft now. I've been talking about Kyle Hamilton for the longest. I don't even care anymore. You know why? Because who's pulling the trigger? Who is pulling the trigger? Who is pulling it? Nick Casario. I don't trust Nick Casario. I don't trust the Texas organization. I don't. I came to the realization a couple days ago. And this right here just completely cemented it for me. I've hitched my wagon and brought my fandom to a franchise that would never, ever, ever bring me back a Super Bowl. Newsflash, Houston Texans fans. We will never have a championship in this city. We will never have a championship with this franchise. When you got people like that pulling the trigger, this should be a blockbuster. This is a trade that can replenish your, obviously. You had one or two jobs. Either one, convince Deshaun to stay, or two, because you're going to lose a once-in-a-lifetime transition talent. You get enough capital back to replenish and rebuild your team. And you did absolutely neither. You did none of it. None of it at all. None. None whatsoever. I don't care about no trade clause, all that Deshaun had all the power, no trade. I don't care about none of that bull. I really don't. I really don't. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what team Deshaun chose. I don't care what team he decided to waive his no trade clause. At the end of the day, you still have to go through me to get the trade done. I still have to pull the trigger on the trade. I still have to sign off on the trade. If you don't give me what I want, you won't get a damn thing. I will let Deshaun black ass rot on that bench for 5 years until I get what I want. You're not getting nothing. You're not getting nothing you're not getting him unless I get what I want in this trade back. If you want to get, and I understand if you don't want to give up your players, I understand that. But at the very least, give me some second round picks in the mix. Why I can't get three ones and 3 twos? Why I can't get that? You see what Russell Wilson went for? And he's 32 years old. This guy's 26. This makes absolutely no sense. David Montgomery, man, you're a great agent, bro. Like I said, Deshaun, and I mean this. Deshaun should fire everybody off of his team because he be getting bad advice from everything except his lawyer, Rusty Harden, and you. Because not only did you get your client out of the situation he didn't want to be in, you got him a record-setting deal as well. All the kids are going to be going after this guy to be the agent because we see what he did for Deshaun, what he did for Jalen Ramsey. The top level guys are going to go to him. He's going to get the top level clients. He is. He's going to get the top level players. He is. He just is. When you're a kid in college about to jump into the NFL and about to pick an agent, and you see him pulling all these moves off. Deshaun gets a contract, only plays 1 year, never actually plays officially on the contract, demands a trade, and then gets traded to where he wants to go, and gets a record-setting deal in the process. Now, my question is, you chose Cleveland, Ohio over Houston, Texas. Like I said, somebody needs to check him. But, hey, $20 and $30 million fully guaranteed. The roster is loaded because they don't have to lose any players. Again, they don't have to lose any players. They got 2 running backs. They got a decent offensive line. They got a good defense. Now they might need some weapons. All they got right now from a receiver standpoint is Amari Cooper and Njoku. So they do need to bring in some receivers. Like I said, he's gonna be able to pull the ball smooth. Hey, bring me Will Fuller. Hey, bring me Sism. Now maybe Jarvis Landry might be out of the mix because they just cut Jarvis Landry. But who knows? Maybe Jarvis Landry takes a pay cut to go back to Cleveland. Who knows in this process? So Deshaun Watson knows exactly what he's doing. The Cleveland Browns are completely winning. They were able to get Amari Cooper for a 5th and 6th round pick, and then got Deshaun Watson for 3 ones, basically 3 ones, a 3rd round pick, and they swap. They return and get a 5th to give you their 4th. What's going to be the difference? Because Cleveland's going to be worse than you. So that 4th round pick that they gave you is probably going to be a bad 4th round pick, damn near a 5th round pick, and your 5th round pick going to be so high, it's going to be damn near a 4th round pick. So they about damn even. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if they 3 picks away from each other or less. I wouldn't be surprised at all, and like that, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if that's how they roll. Now I'm pretty sure compensatory picks might put in the mix and maybe make that not possible, even if it would be possible because of the way compensatory picks are rolled out in today's drafts. But there's no possible way. This right there, like I said, just showed me exactly who Nick Caserio is. It just is. It just completely is. When you pull off moves like this, it shows me what type of talent what you're doing. And like I said, this team, I've hitched my wagon, my fandom to a franchise that would never bring me a championship. It will never bring me a championship. Because think about this, we already operate. Let's be real. We already operate with one hand tied behind back anyway. We already do. As a franchise, say there's a pool of 1,000 players that you can draft and sign from free. There's a pool of 1,000 players. There's a pool of 1,000 that all 32 teams can pick from. The Texans already. No, we don't take anybody with character concerns or questions. So eliminate 300 out of that. So now we picking from 700 while everybody's picking from 1,000. Because we eliminate that. Now that we had Jack Easterby into the mix, if they don't fit his culture, they don't fit his belief system and things like that, take those players off the board too. Okay, so that's another 200 people. So now everybody's operating with 1,000 still. Now you operate with 500. Then add in the factor of people who don't even want to sign with Houston because how they ran and the organization is done and what they did. Take another 100 off. Now you're sitting up here with 400. Everybody else is picking from a pool of 1,000 players. You're picking from a small pool of 400. That's the problem. You expect to win a championship like that? Do you really expect to win like that? No. And then you do stupid stuff like this? How can I trust you in the draft? You did absolutely nothing free agency wise. You didn't do nothing free agency. You just brought back in. Hey, let's roll that back. Let's bring everybody back. And you know what? To be honest with you, I really wasn't even tripping about them bringing everybody back whole time. I really was. I'm like, all right, cool. We're gonna be trash again for another season. I'm really not. I kind of said it would be a 2-year thing. I'm really not tripping all that much. It'll be another high draft pick. Man, then maybe we can get us a Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, whatever. Okay, cool. We can do some things in the next couple drafts. I really wasn't tripping about that. There's some players out there that I wanted, but I'm really whole time was not tripping. But now, I don't trust this man, this organization to do anything. I won't. Yes, true enough. I am a Texan fan. And because I'm so mad and so angry right now, I can't just switch and go to another team because the reason why I'm so mad and so angry is because I'm emotionally invested in said team. I'm not going to get this reaction with another team. You feel me? Like, if I start rooting for another team, if I start rooting for the Chiefs, I know I'm a Patrick Mahomes fan, if I start rooting for the Chiefs, or start rooting for the Chargers, or start rooting for the Browns, or start rooting for the Falcons, or start rooting for the Saints, or start rooting for any other team, win or lose, I'm not going to be as excited as I normally. They win a game, I'm going to be happy they won, but I ain't going to be as happy as I will be when it's a Texan win. When they lose a game, I'm going to be upset they lost, but not going to be as upset they lost like it would be in the Texan game. When they make big moves, I'm not going to be as happy as I would if it was a Texan move and vice versa. So, because of that, That's the real reason why I can't really leave it. I'm basically, like I said, I've hitched my wagon and my fandom to another team. I'm emotionally invested in said team. Been here for 20 years. I'm emotionally invested in said team. So I can't just pick up with another team. It's not gonna. It's not. I'm not gonna have the same emotional tie to it. That's one thing. Like when I first started, when the XFL came out, I first started watching the Roughnecks and what was that? Like when they it was one game they had that was real close. And I actually jumped. Like they actually came back and won. I jumped up and said, I was like, okay, I actually can rock with this team because I was genuinely excited. It wasn't like I'm just watching the game. Like okay, oh they won, cool. Damn, they lost, man. It wasn't like that. I was genuinely happy. So I don't think I could just up and get that out of another team right now. And another reason why I'm upset because he's still in the damn AFC. Like I don't really, even though I didn't like the Saints package as well, but at the very least he would be in the NFC. I wouldn't have to see him but once every 4 years. And if the team ever made the Super Bowl, we both made the Super Bowl, and at the very least we in the Super Bowl. That's the only. He's in the AFC still. He's still in the conference. We still got to deal with him. He could be. We have to see him in the playoffs if we ever make the playoffs. We will see him. We will see him this year if I'm not mistaken. I think the Cleveland Browns come to Houston this season if I'm not mistaken. They gonna be on the schedule. So you're gonna see him regularly. You're gonna see him regular. You're gonna see him in the playoffs if both y'all ever make it at the same time. You're going to see this type of situation. It's not good. I don't want that. He could directly knock you out of the playoffs while even playing you because they will be, AFC. I can't believe that. Now, that's on him because he chose Cleveland. And I can't believe he actually chose Cleveland. Like, he chose Cleveland, Ohio over New Orleans, over being at home in Atlanta. Like, bro, what are you doing? I understand they gave you $230 million. I mean, that has to be the only. He had to only choose Cleveland because they were about to give him this bag. And again, if this team is willing to give this player this bag, you couldn't get more than what you got for him. You really couldn't get more. I don't get it. Outside of these people don't know what they're doing, or they just trade him just to get rid of him, like just to get rid of him, just to be done with him. That's bad for business. That means you don't know what you're doing because you let emotions and knee-jerk reactions like Bill O'Brien dictate you trying to build a championship contending team. And you will never build a championship contending team. We have an extra first-round pick, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't even really feel interested in going to see what we can get. I think it's pick 13, if I'm not mistaken. Not even really all that interested to see what I can get in said pick. I'm really not all that interested in it because I think they're gonna botch it. I know they're going to botch the pick. That's what's going to happen. They're going to botch the pick. Like they always do. Like they always do. This franchise ain't nothing, man. Like come on, man. Like you have a once in a generation talent. In my opinion, you have the second best quarterback in the whole NFL. And you only get 3 ones, a 3rd round pick in 2023, and a 4th round pick in 2024. That's all you got. No Bradley Chubb. No Kareem Hunt. No Denzel Ward. If it's the exact same draft picks, but you bring me Denzel Ward, you bring me Bradley Chubb, you bring me Kareem Hunt, I'm like, damn, we couldn't get no seconds? But I'm cool because at least we got a running back we can build. We got a corner. Okay, cool. At least you got a good quality player in there. Or no players because Cleveland needs all their players because that's what entices Deshaun to them. And that's the only reason why Deshaun waives no trade clause if they keep all their players. But give me your 2nd round picks. And if Deshaun, they're like, hey, don't give up the money. I know you gotta give up some 1st round picks, but that's it. Anything else, give them trash to get me. Else, I'm not waiving my no trade clause. And if that was the deal, if I'm Nick Casario, I'm like, no. Well then, Deshaun, you're not going nowhere. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who's the adult here? I'm sorry. You're not going anywhere. If I have anything to do with it, you're not going anywhere. You will sit on this bench and rot. You will sit down here and won't play for another year, for another 2 years, for another 3 years. I don't care. I really don't. I will sit there. You ain't going a damn place until I get what I want. If you're not going to play for the Texans no more, that's cool. You ain't got to play. But they going to give me what I want, or else they ain't going to have you. He's never going to play for you again. That's fine. He ain't going to play for you either. That's why I be like, the Cleveland general manager, like, he's never going to play for y'all again. That's cool. He ain't going to play for y'all either. He ain't going to play for nobody if I have anything to do with it. He going to sit down. He going to sit his ass down. He either going to change his mind, or you going to change yours. I'm not changing mine, so it is what it is. He got more to lose than I do. He got years to lose. Because 3, 4, 5 years sitting on that bench ain't playing football, who gonna really want him then? Is he really gonna be able to get this $200 million contract and all these type of things? Nah. Endorsement deals, nah. The money he got, that's what he gonna have. That's what he gonna get. He not gonna get nothing else. And he gonna sit down and that's gonna be it. That is just like that. Just like that. But obviously, you don't know what you're doing. Obviously, you don't know how to negotiate. What did you learn in New England? Like, what did you learn? Seriously, what did you sit there and do for 20 years? See, that's the problem. They sit there and had Tom Brady. Everybody from the Patriots sit there and had Tom Brady for 20 years, and they think it's easy. They think they know what they're doing just because they had Tom Brady for 20 years. It don't work like that, Papa. It don't. It don't work like that. Unless you got 12 walking through that door, championships don't just come off like that. I can't believe this. Like, subscribe if you haven't, comment below if you haven't, click that bell, get more videos. I'll holler, man.